curveball for a strike. To the point where there are only 2 batters in the lineup today. Mervin's.
Good sinker, Gare. Curveball. He's not overthrowing it, and it's got good bite, and he's able to command it.
Fastball to get Fortes one away. Well, last night we were kind of taken aback playing back for the double play against Pete Alonso, and I talked to some nations, but frankly they were just as dumbfounded as we were about
it before the game today by the media relatively extensively. And here's the explanation that he gave. Data shows that the ground balls are hit generally go home with the ball, or they can look to turn a double play. But first, typically, who's not very fast, hits the ball hard. Why wouldn't you play that middle thing, not just with Clayton McCullough, but with this Marlins organization right now?
And a plausible explanation for that, and the answer I got was no. And the Marlins are doing things in a lot of ways a little bit different.
A lot of innovations and changes in the game, philosophy.
Sanoha had 2 hits last night, played shortstop, playing second base today. 2 to Sanoha.
Well, Sanoha did not want to stay in on that curve. He was very fortunate.
Sanoha, a hard hit to left field against Holmes last night, and then he inning after a 28 pitch first. 2 out and nobody on, and a 2-strike count to Sanoha.
Home runs. At 5. Oh, good pitch now for Tyler. That is going to get
with last year, and it seemed to turn everything around for him. Dating back is under 2, and in fact the Mets have won the last 8 games. 3-2 to Sanoha, and he walked him. So after getting it done in today's game, presented by the Home Depot, and the Mets easily with the best ERA game. Marlins scored 5. Not given up a home run until last night when Derek Hill went deep against base. And McGill fires a fastball for a strike. Now, Cardinals and Pirates playing an early afternoon game today. They're already in the 5th last night. They beat them up. Gave up 5 runs. For the 4 have come against St. Louis. Versus 1-1 to the switch hitting Edwards, and the curveball line the other, drive it into left. That's the second Miami hit.
Nice hitting hitter. He's got a nice swing, sprays the ball around.
Not the 7 and 8 hitters out. And then he was ahead 0-2 on the number. And he blows a fastball by him. Nothing. In his first 2 starts combined, and a check swing foul. all the way back to like 10 minutes ago.
Yes. With that 4-seamer straight gas.
1-2, and he spins that. Jonah Bride would be next, and he comes inside. Folk will be in motion. Edwards and Sanoha. 3-2 coming, and Stowers goes down swinging to retire the side. Brendan Nimmo leads off the home second in a scoreless game, and he tops the first.
Against the wind, that double.
Double over the left field. Fouls away a fastball from Max Meyer. 2022. Pulled on the ground to the right side. Sanoha with a sliding stop gets up, and he makes a fine play in his first game of the year at second base.
Yes, he did. And the outfield grass pops up like a jack-in-the-box.
Marte was on base 4 times last night, and and Marte pops one up on the infield. 2 out. So Meyer has barely broken a sweat.
Well,
innings. Meyer right now is at 20, and he misses inside all of 23. And that's inside year. Made a couple of big league starts. Then they sent him to the minors for most of the season so far. Heston Kjerstad still just getting started with you. Here's Brett Beatty. It's really been a rough go for Beatty. No walks. He's been behind in the count virtually every at bat. In spring training, he was hitting a lot of. And again, he finds himself down in the count. Perhaps be in a rehab game as early as this weekend, as he works.
He's got that front foot.
And he goes down swinging on the back foot slider. The throw to first by Fortes to complete the putout. Who come by. Give us your tired work after 2 strenuous innings, and he throws a high curveball, gets base in the first 2 innings. And he saw the first 11 batters against him. And the fastball at your radio home for the Mets is 8:80 a.m. and streaming on the free Odyssey app. Mets, they go to Minnesota, come home to play St. Louis. The A's finally got 10-4. J.J. Bleday and Gio Urshimento team. They're going to be a much better team than they've been the last couple of years. No blowing from left across toward right. And that one fooled
from the get-go. He was hauling and call it off immediately, and Senger backs off.
The last inning now faces Dane Myers, who reached on an infield hit. And he takes first. And a curveball bounced foul. It's over 5.3, but they've been scoring runs. Sutter Health Park in West Sacramento was the best pick. First game there, the Cubs scored 18 runs. Swing and a foul ball at the plate.
For a while, I believe. Albuquerque, as you mentioned.
To Myers, and he just got a piece of that one. So once again, he just starter spent 8 minutes on the mound. And Tyler McGill. 1-2 coming. Curveball lined into center field for another hit.
Got the.
So McGill's got to deal with. And Myers goes. That's a gun down. 5 out of 8 so far this year caught stealings of any team in the majors. And of course the irony is that Linger too.
Yep, he can throw Torrens.
That's where 0 for 20. What a difference. There's a good change up there by McGill. Hope it's going to have to be in their bullpen fairly early again today.
I think Kranick 2 days ago, he will be the overs.
0-9 for the second time. He's got 7 Ks through 3. No score. So on a 45-degree day, I would think somebody that you love. Do you say, honey, you take, I don't know. You're better angels in a situation like that than the sun. Taylor hits one out to right center. Not so great for the second week in April.
It's a good day for the fire. Still clear and pure with all that wind blowing everything out.
Well, you have a week off after today.
No, I don't.
A few days off.
4 days. Flying Sunday to Minneapolis.
I mean, if you were 4 days out of 7.
I have a half a week off.
to bet on. Taken low by Senger, 1-2.
In Minneapolis, if I'm correct, they have
Skywalk.
Skywalk.
Yeah.
You can stay indoors the whole.
Torrens banged up. And he tries to hold the swing, but he went around strike 3. So first time through the batting order.
Now Meyer knows what he's doing. He's not. You can see Senger's on top of the.
So 2 out and nobody on now. Francisco Lindor fouls away a first pitch changeup, 0-1.
Oh, put a hat on that young.
Sky to center field. Dane draw to retire the side. Let's go 1-2-3 against Max Myers. Max Meyer full afternoon in New York, albeit a bit on the nippy side. Mets and Marlins go to.
And what's going on, or is that something that you look back on and realize?
Well, I think when you're selling out Madison,
You know what? This team might be something special.
ligaments in their thumbs, and that hurt us a little bit. I thought
Hall of Fame coaching career, many incredible seasons. How did this one compare to
in the Big East and win the Big East tournament for the first time in 25 and 40 years? But I think we can be a much better basketball team next year, and that's what we want to do. We want to sustain the success, improve in a
way? You know, a lot has changed since you started coaching with the.
Can't sell certain football. We got to sell good academics, streets. But the NIL really helps us.
Once were.
I'm enjoying it more now than I ever have in my lifetime because it's New York. 5 more years. Bang on some wood. And so why not enjoy it? Why not? Right now, the hottest team in baseball. I hope they rub off on us.
All right, there you go. Rick Pitino, guys.
Yeah. But maybe the most impressive thing St. John's did all year was never to have played baseball before, and he threw out the first pitch and he threw a strike. Big smile on his face, and he threw a strike amongst those trees. Hit sharply toward the hole. and each time unable to get that 1-2-3. And so now at 80 pitches with 2
fastball. Marlins have had a trouble with the fastball, and particularly one above the belt.
He's had success everywhere he's gone.
I love his enthusiasm.
Line to third, caught by Viento. Street. That was not even some fast work. Fourth, and Soto tops one up the first base line, and Meyer on it easily, and that's the early in this game. Meyer was not only a great pitching prospect out of his competitiveness from playing hockey, but he's also from a real base his first time, and he takes a sinker for ball 1. So they got all the sports covered. Beijing Olympics in 2022. So they've got a lot of, and a slider on the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. Cold weather climates that they tend to hit. And it pops out of the mid of Forte, but was shut down extremely early in his career. Just 2 big sinker, and gets a swinging strike on Alonso.
Yep, Meyer knows what he's doing. He just showed you. He's got a good breaking ball, good enough breaking ball, knows when he's
to Alonso. And Pete gets a breaking ball and flies it along the left field line. Well, yesterday they walked Soto to get to Alonso.
I believe that can
pitch, but point well taken.
You got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive in RBI.
And he takes it low, ball 4, and the Mets have a 1-out base.
So he just kind of fed Pete's the sinker ball. First 4 batters, particularly.
Nimmo takes a changeup for a Soha, made a beautiful sliding stop and threw him out. Too high to Nimmo, a ball and a strike. Phil Maton, the former Met, came in to pitch the 7th for the Cardinals, and he gave up a hit. So another changeup outside. Now it's to Max Meyer, making his 3rd start of the year. But he is certainly, his strikeout rate is way up. Last year he was at 7.3 strikeouts.
Strikes. Hit the ball down that left field line.
It's a smart play. Normally center fielder's supposed to get everything, but
players, folks, and you can see that it's not a factor.
So here's Marte with 2 out and Alonso at first, and Marte third base stands.
Correct.
And so you can see the sun.
Love comes in handy in a sun day.
SPF, that kind of sunblock.
15.
Marte. And checking on Alonso.
Steve may need the paint,
like the zinc oxide.
The zinc, yes. That's what Steve needs.
Stuff the check swing foul, and Marte hangs in there. D2 said, "Put on your nose guard. Put on your life." Marte. Alonso is short lead at first, and Marte takes 4 as he faces Kyle Stowers. Stowers has walked and struck out to weekend against the Nationals, while the Mets are heading to Sacramento. Meanwhile, on the other side stand, the longest homestand in the majors in 14 years. It did not, but it was how they lost. That's lined to the left center field, and Stowers has a base hit. Nimmo comes over to game at home. They did something that has not been done since the nobody out in the 7th, and they didn't score.
Oh boy,
that had never been done by any team since at least